Ultimate Frisbee athletes, where is the most likely place you're going to be injured? Wherever you were injured previously, especially if the injury was recent. Think about this. You are playing, your baseline readiness is here. You get injured. Boom, drops down. Maybe you injure your hamstring, so your hamstring readiness is now down here. The other stuff, maybe it's still up here. But then you have to take time off. So you rest. Oftentimes, ultimate athletes don't do a whole lot. It's all or none, so they're not playing, they're not doing other stuff. Maybe you are doing some rehab. Maybe you're doing some training to try to build that back up. But most ultimate players do not build back up to the original baseline. So not only is the hamstring not back to baseline where it was when it got injured, the rest of the body gets deconditioned because we're not doing enough to maintain game readiness with everything else because we're resting. So hamstring is below baseline, the rest of the body is below baseline. And by the way, getting back to baseline, what is most likely to happen? Re-injury, because that's where we got injured the first place. So ideally, we want to be higher. We want to elevate and be more ready, more prepared, more resilient than we were previously. So not only are we not at the original baseline or above it, we're actually below it. So very likely that we have a re-injury or we have an injury in another part of the body. Because here's another thing that happens if people are really diligent about their rehab and they put a lot of focus and effort into specifically training for better resilience exactly where they got injured, but they're not maintaining the rest of the body, that area maybe is better prepared than it was before, but what about the rest of the body? So then people end up in these cycles of pain and injuries. And it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another, and they're super frustrated. They think that's just the way it is. I'm just destined to be injured. The injuries just move all around the body. Well, part of it is just a lack of readiness. They never get up to that baseline readiness that they need to have a chance at being healthy. And it's not necessarily their fault. I have been through this cycle many times myself. Part of it is just the nature of the sport, the fact that most people who play also have a full-time job or school, but we absolutely, across the board, can be doing a better job to physically prepare ourselves for the demands of the game and do a better job of patiently, progressively training our bodies to recover from injuries so that we can safely return to play. And a lot of it starts with smart mobility training for our joints and tendons.